McComb, centering pass, Zegras with it. Zegras feeds it across, Caulfield scores! Cole Caulfield rockets it home, and 1 minute and 4 seconds into the second.
Towards the blue line, and while Zegras is controlling the puck, Caulfield works from the right all the way over to the left. He creates the pass lane by finding the open spot, and Zegras puts it on the tape, and it's 2-1 U.S. Zegras has a couple assists already to go with a 9 that he had last year in the tournament.
Led the tournament last year with those 9 assists and really passed the puck. A terrific freshman year at BU last year, then signed with Anaheim at the end of the year.
A couple assists tonight for Trevor Zegras, and got to find a new lane to find the puck. Well, here's a new one. Spin to the backhand and zip this across to Sanderson, who has a good scoring chance. And I like watching Zegras play. He's such a smart player in the way that he sees the ice, and his ability to find his teammates is really impressive.
Native of Bedford, New York, played 1 year at Boston University.
What a nice player Zegras is. A clever passer. Anaheim first rounder from a couple of years ago, and he just moves the puck to the right player at the right time almost every time.
Caulfield leaves it there. Zegras across to York. Back to Zegras. In shoot, scores! Power play goal for Trevor Zegras, and the United States is back within one.
And Trevor Zegras is a good player. Unbelievable passer. He had 9 assists last year in the tournament in the 5 games. So this is his first goal in the World Juniors. It's a power play marker. 6-on-4. You win the puck battle first. The extra man allows the U.S. to get traffic in front of the net. Matthew Boldy's in front. Askarov can't find it. And Zegras' shot is perfect. Off the goal post and in. And the U.S. with 2 goals here in the 3rd period, after the Russians had played almost a perfect 10 minutes, it's now 4-3. Here's another look at the goal. York finds Zegras, and his shot goes through the Boldy screen, and it's 4-3. You can see Askarov's looking for it. He can't find it. And now it's a 1-goal game. Zegras, who's a terrific prospect for Anaheim, had a good chance on goal.
There's a long shot by Zegras, and Radishitz hangs on to that. Zegras had a great tournament last year. As an 18-year-old, led the tournament with 9 assists, as you talked about.
Really crafty player. He goes fast when he has to go fast. He slows down when he's got some time. He's always got his head up looking for the next play. I really like him a lot. He's going to be a player, I think, that will be a secondary player. You play him with a goal scorer, and he's going to be able to help create on a line.
Oh, no. Dribbling puck gets by Radishitz it in, and the United States has the game's first goal as Zegras slides it in.
Barely going fast enough to make it to the net. Hellison's out in the slot, and I think he's going to get credit for it. Made it receivable for you, and it really makes it easier on the puck receiver.
Zegras in, snaps out of top shelf, and the United States breaks through for the second one to take a 2-0 lead.
You know, we've been talking about him already, but this kid is a player. Anaheim is going to love Trevor Zegras. He's on the board here in his 2nd game. There's a Zegras sweater. He scored the other night against Russia in the 3rd period. He's kind of hanging out in the high slot, and he takes the pass from Turcotte and beats Radishitz up over the blocker. So they do get on the board. Zegras from Turcotte, and it's 2-0.
Zegras had a good year last year at BU at 36 points in 33 games, and signed with Anaheim at the conclusion of his college season, turned pro, and of course this year has not been able to play. Been working out in Southern California. In comes Zegras. Flips it. Oh, that's it. He roofs that right under the post, and Zegras has another to make it 5-0.
Is so slick from Trevor Zegras. Short side, up high, over the blocker, into the very top bin of the net. Turcotte will find Zegras again. Really nice move with his skates as he gets up on his edges to lose the defenseman off the head of the goaltender and in. And it's now 5-0. Zegras has a pair in this period. And a couple of goal posts while he's at it.
Really stepped up in that period along with Trevor Zegras and Arthur Kaliev. This line wasn't very good against the Russians. It's also interesting that off this play, it was a face-off play. I'll tell you why in a second. But Turcotte really strong on the puck, gets it out to Zegras. And Zegras, who's a tremendous passer, does a great job with his shot there. And he did it again when he got his second goal later in the period.
Well, the United States blows it open here in the second period with 6 goals, and Trevor Zegras is a major part of the story. Scores a couple of times. Farinacci, Brisson add goals as well.
I don't think they were very dangerous for much of it. Zegras is dangerous most every time he touches the puck, however. In this evening's game, he has been a one-man gang, whether it's setting up players in front of the net, scoring a couple of goals and having an assist. 7 shots on goal, including this beauty on the short side. 3 points for Zegras. A goal yesterday. Led the tournament last year with 9 assists. And the Anaheim Ducks have a terrific player as their first-round pick, number 9 in the draft of 2019. Oh, that's a pretty nice starting to fill up the pipeline there. The Ducks have a lot of good young prospects.
They've just kind of made that transition, right, from the old guard, the remnants of their 07 Stanley Cup team. Harnish tried to bust in there, but fell.
Now they got Ryan Getzlaff and a bunch of young guys. He's really going to feel older when he gets to camp this year. It is hard to shake that. Well, at least it was for me. Oh, what a great play.
Another chance in there as Boldy completes his hat trick.
What a pass again from Zegras. Watch Zegras turn in the corner here. He's going to steal the puck off the nice little forecheck. And he waits for Boldy to get right to the top of the crease. And he rockets this pass. He's not even looking at him. A little glimmer out the side of his eye to catch Boldy's stick, and it's a perfect pass. I think that's going to be it for Ronachie.
He's going
to go back in.
He had an equipment problem. It's wearing out is the problem.
So what a play by Zegras again. These two have had a great evening. Boldy's got 3. And Zegras continues to impress.
Shift of the game.
Well, it could have been any of Trevor Zegras' shifts tonight. He's been fantastic. Denied once, and then later in the shift, off the goalie's head, off the back of the net, and an outstanding night for Trevor Zegras.
The best player of Team USA est le numéro 9, number 9, Trevor Zegras.
Wall will have to stop Trevor Zegras, among others. The American has already done 2 things he did not do all of last year at this tournament. First of all, score. He has 3 already after going goalless. And after leading the tournament in assists last year, he has his first secondary assist. All of those assists last year, all 9 of them, were primary. Drop of the puck after this.
On for Zegras. Kaliev tried to play it to the short side, may have got off his stick. And now we've got a bit of a scrum. Cooler heads will prevail. We'll step aside. It's scoreless. Back in for Zegras. Outside, inside, back to the backhand, drops it off at the line, gets the return pass, and a wide open net for Trevor Zegras for his 4th of the tournament.
Berard he is not even in the same, as the puck comes over, oh boy, look at where Berard is. He is faked right out of his position. What a pass by Jake Sanderson. Trevor Zegras is not going to miss that anytime.
So 4th of the tournament for Zegras.
First-round pick of Anaheim is Trevor Zegras, who last year was fantastic, one of the better players in the tournament with 9 primary assists, but 0 goals, and he's completely flipped the script this year with 4 goals.
This kid's the full meal deal, I'll tell you right now. Playmaking, goal scoring, he's got some swagger and confidence and showmanship. And this is just a brilliant play. Now, they're playing 4-on-4, so there's a little more room, but here he's got 1-on-4, basically. He's like, we're going to take it back. Now, the minute he gives that puck to Henry Thrun, he was already asking for it back. He had the stick cocked up. He was tapping the stick before he lifted it. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to draw all the checks to him, wanted to throw the puck over to Thrun, and the minute he did, tap the stick, lift it up, get ready, put it in the empty net, and a great pass by Thrun.
Those 4 goals lead the tournament.
It is going to be to Curtil. Shot score! On the delayed penalty. Zegras has another. And it's 4-0.
Trevor Zegras. Gotta love watching him play. He's fun to watch, and he's so talented. But as the puck comes across, Zegras just wires it. So last year he showed us all the great assists. This year he says, oh yeah, I got more than just assists in my game. His 5th goal of the tournament.
So 2 for Zegras, 2 for Brink. And Zegras now with 7 points in 3 games.
He had 9 last year, all assists.
Yep. Led the tournament in assists. Take a look at Zegras and Kaliev.
The play, Brock Faber makes the play across. It gets a little deflected, then comes right to Zegras. And it's amazing how it doesn't matter if the puck's bouncing, if it's perfectly flat or gets deflected. Those good players know how to handle it and take full advantage.
2 in the game for Zegras and a 4-0 lead. So Zegras from Faber and York, so they say did not touch Kaliev's stick. And then Kaliev from York and Zegras. Trevor Zegras has had himself a wonderful tournament so far, offensively. In what has been a very good game for USA, and there's another power play goal. And that one seemed to fool Parikh. Back for Zegras. Zegras for Boldy. Boldy scores! Pulls it back between his legs and stuffs it. So there's going to be one more goal against for
Zegras with another point.
A 4-point game for him.
Well, Caulfield gets it up high, and then this is a great move. I love the way that Boldy's above the goal line there and receives the pass, and then, I mean, he's a big, powerful forward.
5-point game for Trevor Zegras. 2 goals and 3 assists. Correction on that, I think he said he had a 4-point outing. Berard blocks that. But the USA controls on the power play. Zegras tees it up, doesn't shoot it. Now he does, off the pipe.
Trevor Zegras, what a display of skill he is putting on.
Anaheim Ducks have to be very happy with what they are seeing from him. Scramble in front. Time now for the Gatorade shift of the game. And
well, Trevor Zegras enters the zone, weaves some magic, zips it over to Henry Thrun, and then Henry Thrun with a great fake shot holds Parikh, and Zegras has the whole net to pick where he wants to put the puck.
So 7-0 final. Trevor Zegras now in World Junior competition has 14 assists. Moves into a tie with another pretty good setup man, Doug Waite. Jordan Schrader leads that category with 20. 5-point game for Zegras in this one.
I think that's 19 points.
Best player of Team Czech Republic.
9 assists.
Yes, 14 assists, 19 points now.
Absolutely dominant performance by Spencer Knight, Trevor Zegras, and the American team with a 7-0 victory over the Czech Republic after that. Trevor Zegras putting on a show, leading the tournament now in goals and in points, and his team just razor sharp today as they win their 2nd game of the 2021 World Juniors.
Large rebound off the deflected puck. This is on the boards from the outside hash mark. Even if you don't want to take Alnefeld out.
Trevor Zegras was picked 9th overall by Anaheim in the 2019 draft. He's now tied Mike Modano and Brian Ralston for 4th on the Americans' all-time point list at the World Junior. Jordan Schrader, who played in 3 for Team USA, is the leader at 27.
The Ducks wanted Zegras to come back to this tournament, to be a leader, to expand his game on the terrific tournament he had last year. Man, he has been fantastic. Johnson's going to take this pass. Shocker. Trevor Zegras in it. Jumps on the loose puck on the rebound. Zegras has got another point, a goal and an assist tonight. His brilliant tournament continues in the net.
So Zegras retakes the tournament point lead from Dylan Cousins of Canada.
Just about everything he's touched in this tournament has been gold. The most productive player in the tournament. Another big game offensively for Trevor Zegras, a goal and a couple of helpers. The Anaheim pick has just been money these last two World Junior tournaments.
What do you think he projects to in the NHL?
I think a two center or a second line winger. I think he can produce. I mean, it's funny to watch these guys and then think that they're not going to produce, of course, at the same rate in the NHL, or else you're a superstar. But I think Zegras is going to be a point producer. I really do. I think he's too smart, too clever. He's got good imagination to go along with some really good skills. Watch Boldy's head. When the puck comes to him, he's looking back up at Zegras, and then he goes back across the seam to Kaliev. Looking back up the ice, but he knows Kaliev is there, and he's already seen him out of his peripheral vision. And that looks a lot like the same. That's 23 straight goals for the U.S. in this tournament. That'll be another point for Trevor Zegras as well.
Tournament scoring leaders are brought to you by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Trevor Zegras with that second assist on the power play goal takes the lead over Dylan Cousins.
It looks like the U.S. is going to get a fortunate break as Trevor Zegras is back on the ice. He was injured at the tail end of that first period. An assist already in the first, and it's points in every game for Zegras.
Face-off wasn't unfairly, and Zegras is now number 3 all-time in points for the U.S. at the World Junior Championship. 2 behind Jeremy Roenick, 4 behind Jordan Schrader, who played in 3 for the U.S. Caulfield back to York. On the 5-on-3 is Zegras. York. Caulfield. Zegras. Drops it off to Caulfield. Back for Zegras. To Caulfield. In shoot, scores!
Zegras now a couple of points.
Climbing that American all-time point list at the World Junior.
And they want Caulfield going.
Trevor Zegras, who's been dynamite here.
He was unreal last year. 9 assists to lead the tournament last year, and Zegras has just carried on this year, basically turned it into a point-a-thon. He had 1 goal in the first game. Since then, he's had at least 2 points in every game, a 4-pointer and a 5-pointer as well. He's shown creativity and imagination. He's scored more goals this year, certainly, than last year, but that's come because I think he's looked for a shot a little bit more. The United States offense wheels around Trevor Zegras, and he is not disappointed. He's been a fun player to watch.
Trevor Zegras has points in every game in this tournament for Team USA, and is in a pretty impressive list. The most points per game in a single World Junior. Peter Forsberg had 4.43. He had 10 in one game against Japan. Oh, and Marcus Naslund, the great Rainbow Hellman, who played in 4 of these tournaments, had 3.43 1 year. So 3 points a game is not so bad.
And this all starts with Trevor Zegras dancing with the puck through the middle of the ice. That shot from nifty move by Zegras. He loses the puck, but then it gets handed back to him by Koken, and eventually this puck will get to Kaliev, and that puck hits the shin pad and knee.
Caulfield drops it back. Took shot, score! Zegras in front. Boldy took it home, and the United States leads by 2.
Boldy and Kaliev get to the puck. Caulfield finds Zegras. And this is how Zegras has been all tournament. Head up, crisp, pass right on the loose puck. Boldy and Kaliev first, but it's Caulfield that jumps on the loose puck to find Zegras. That pass is perfect. And the top line, Trevor Zegras in particular out there with Turcotte and Kaliev helped set the stage here. They got into a really good forecheck.
Numéro 9, number 9, Trevor Zegras.
He and Dylan Cousins will face off tomorrow. The top 2 point getters in the tournament will face each other in the gold medal game.
Those two guys have dominated the Gatorade scoring race. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. 16 points apiece. Nobody is close. Cousins right now holds the edge with 8 goals over Zegras' 6. It will be decided tonight along with the gold medal.
USA-Canada, great matchup. What jumps out in your head when you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, it's every kid's dream, right? World Juniors, USA-Canada. I mean, obviously, Dylan's an unbelievable player. Kind of been going at it with him in that group for a long time now. So it'd be nice to stick it to him tomorrow and win this.
Canada out for its record 18th gold at this tournament. The current 17 is 4 more than Russia and the Soviet Union. Finland is next at 5. They just won the bronze. The Americans can tie the Finns tonight. Sweden, of course, their heartbreak extending one more year. About Trevor Zegras, the American star so far in this tournament, was trying to get in Canada's head today.
I honestly don't think this goalie's been tested 5-on-5 yet, and I think that's something that we're going to prove today, and hopefully we get a couple by them. Well, like I said, I honestly don't think they've been tested with a real team yet, and I think we're kind of going on all cylinders right now, and I think we're going to catch it by surprise, and I think we'll go from there.
Don't know if you heard Trevor Zegras just a minute ago saying he doesn't believe that Devon Levi has really been tested 5-on-5 or that Canada has been tested so far in this tournament. What's your reaction to that?
I don't really care what Trevor thinks. I think he's a really good player, and we have a really good team. They have a really good team, and we'll see that in a few minutes, and we'll go on the ice. But I won't comment on Trevor's comment.
How about him saying, yeah, I don't think Team Canada's being tested 5-on-5. I don't think Devon Levi's being tested 5-on-5. And it's really an interesting take because the kid's got so much swagger. Now he's got to go out on the ice and back it up. And so far in this tournament, he's done that in spades. But now it's got to continue into the gold medal game. So it'll be fascinating to see. This kid, as I said, is the full meal deal when it comes to playmaking, goal scoring, and putting on a show.
Well, what makes or who makes the USA power play so effective?
Well, we'll start with Trevor Zegras, James. I mean, every quarterback or every power play that has a good quarterback is going to be a successful one. You've got to deliver the puck to the right people at the right time. And one of the things that makes this U.S. power play so difficult to defend is they can score from different places on the ice. Matthew Boldy does the work in front of the net. Arthur Kaliev has got an absolute rocket of a shot, and Cole Caulfield can blitz the puck and is starting to catch a hot hand. But everything goes through Trevor Zegras' hands. When they get into the zone, eventually the puck is going to end up on his stick, and then Canada's going to have to make some reads to keep the puck off of Kaliev and Caulfield's stick, and then to tie up Boldy in front of the net.
When you're a hockey player, it's not like you're a gladiator facing off against an opponent. It's a team game, and yet for the 2 leading scorers in the tournament, it kind of is one-on-one.
They've had a long history together. Dylan Cousins and Trevor Zegras have played against each other for a long time in international events for Canada and the United States before. Cousins leads the tournament with 10 rush chances. One of the quicker skaters in this tournament, just had a marvelous tournament all over the ice for Canada. The United States would not be here without the playmaking brilliance of Trevor Zegras. He too has 16 points, but his 6 goals and 10 assists. The best playmaker in the tournament, and these 2 players will go a long way to determine who is going to be able to hoist the gold medal in the World Championship trophy. These are 2 fantastic players, and it'll be a pleasure to watch.
Canada's trying to do something only 2 other teams have done. Never trail and never tied after the score was 0-0. The Soviets in 1977, Canada in 2015 in Toronto and Montreal, and this year's team has not trailed and has not been tied after the score was 0-0. Between them, Anaheim and LA have 10 prospects, 5 each on the 2 rosters. Zegras back at the point for Helleson. Across he goes to Sanderson, a shot that goes wide. Now Zegras back on it. Helleson shoots, notes, and puck, they score! Tipped by Turcotte, and the United States has taken the lead.
The first even-strength goal Canada has given up in this tournament. Coach Nate Lehman comes right back with his top line. Back-to-back shifts in the Canadian zone. First with the Beniers line with Caulfield, then out with Turcotte, Kaliev, and Zegras. The pressure is on, and Helleson's wrister is tipped in front of Devon Levi. Levi's shutout streak over at 148 minutes and 20 seconds. And for the first time in this tournament, Canada trails.
In addition to retaking the tournament point lead, Trevor Zegras now passes Jeremy Roenick on the Americans' all-time point list of this tournament. Now one behind Jordan Schrader. Schrader played in 3 World Juniors.
Amazing tournaments up and down the board, but Zegras doing it in back-to-back years. 17 points now, the tournament scoring leader. That top group, Zegras, alongside of Turcotte and Kaliev, have really carried the offense, and Zegras will jump on the ice here with Farinacci, who's got 5 goals in the tournament.
Second, I don't know if you saw our pregame show, but Trevor Zegras, the American star, clearly wanted to get this message to Team Canada in an interview. Said, we don't believe Team Canada's been tested 5-on-5. Devin Levi hasn't been tested 5-on-5. We're going to do that. Gamesmanship maybe, but they went out and did it. What did the Americans do that nobody else in this tournament has done to Canada?
Well, they backed it up in the first period, no doubt about that. And it was the #1 line for the U.S. against the #1 line for Canada that led to the first goal. That was a dominant shift for the first line for Team USA against the first line for Canada.
Sequence you just showed, we basically haven't seen that in the entire tournament. First 5-on-5 goal given up, first time they've trailed in the tournament, Craig. They get a TV timeout after that. Same line goes back on for the U.S. and the same thing happens again.
Yeah, you know what USA is doing? They're taking Canada's game right to them.
And your tournament scoring leader is also brought to you by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Trevor Zegras and the Americans lead 1-0, and with the assist on the Alex Turcotte goal, Zegras now leads Dylan Cousins by 1 point overall.
A strong second part of the period for the United States. Trevor Zegras, of course, part of it now, the leading scorer in the tournament. 30 seconds of possession in the offensive zone, leading all players in that first period.
Well-rated captains. And Zegras fires that high and wide. Here's Kaliev. He shoots. Levi knocks that away. The U.S. comes right out of the gate with another strong shift. Byram one hands that to Cousins. He got bashed there by Sanderson. Side of the goal. They score! It's Zegras! And the U.S. leads 2-0. 32 seconds into the period.
There's another 30 seconds of ozone time for Trevor Zegras. Canada turns it over twice, and this long shot will hit the side of the net. Levi thinks it's going to the other side, but it hits the net, and Zegras quick hands to beat Devin Levi on the short side. A goal and an assist for Levi. Both goals off of this U.S. top line, and it's 2-0. 32 seconds into period 2.
Zegras now tied for the U.S. all-time point lead with Jordan Schrader.
After the U.S. defense pinches down on Dylan Cousins, Arthur Kaliev's shot goes wide. Zegras follows to the net and picks up that loose puck. Slick hands, and it's 2-0 U.S. After the U.S. defense pinches down on Dylan Cousins, Arthur Kaliev's shot goes wide. Zegras follows to the net and picks up that loose puck. Slick hands, and it's 2-0 U.S.
And Trevor Zegras from Bedford, New York. Now the tournament point leader has the U.S. up 2-0. The United States adds to his lead. Trevor Zegras, the tournament point leader, gets his 7th of this World Junior. Canada and the United States in the gold medal game of the 2021 Junior. Our second admission with James Duffy and Bob McKenzie is coming up. Here's the summary through 2 periods of play. Trevor Zegras gets his 7th of the tournament, the point leader in this event. With a 2-0 U.S. lead, the shot's 20-19 in favor of the United States. 2020 for Zegras. Zegras played here 10 years ago in the Brink tournament.
Here he is back, 5 minutes away from a gold medal here.
Tournament for 10-year-olds is played here at Edmonton. Not the side of net, but that's going to do it. The United States plays a near-perfect game and knocks off Canada in Edmonton. The United States wins the World Junior Hockey Championship. his revenge on those two hard losses in 07 and 09.
The United States wins 6 straight games, 4 of them by shutout.
And Spencer gets 3 of those shutouts to tie the tournament record.
And the 2 goals, Turcotte in the first period and then Zegras in the first minute of the second period, held up. Win the gold medal, Canada the silver, and Finland the bronze.
Now, by the way, you'll see some differences in the post-game ceremonies here.
From Team Finland,
here is
number
the
7,
tournament all-star teams. Topi Niemela named the top defenseman of the tournament. The top forward is Tim Stützle from Germany. This is selected by the directorate. Spencer Knight's last 5 games, 5-0, and .964 save percentage with 3 shutouts. So there'll be no post-game handshakes. The captains and the general managers will present the medals to their team. The tournament MVP is Trevor Zegras.
Number 9, le numéro 9, Trevor Zegras. Number 10, le numéro 10, Matthew Beniers. Number 12, le numéro 12, Matthew Boldy. And team captain, number 4, Cam York.
On his birthday. Top that for a president.
Forward to seeing you next year in 2022. Also, we would like to thank all the volunteers, sponsors, TSN, and the organizing committee in Hockey Canada for the work they have done at this World Championship. We'll see you next year in Red Deer.
Et surtout, on compte sur vous l'an prochain dans cette ville d'Edmonton et de Red Deer, dans un contexte que j'espère naturel. Donc, merci à tous. Au revoir.
Let's go!
Americans celebrating a gold medal victory and a near perfect performance against Canada in the gold medal game.
They looked unbeatable until they came up against this USA team that played, as you point out, a perfect game. But